$250,000 wire transfer. Walk us through this, Kash, and the details associated with this, because, I mean, if this is not like smoking gun evidence, I really don't know what is.
Yeah, and I love how the Democrats make up new laws. I mean, they do it all the time in their two-tier system of justice when they say, what evidence? And they're like, well, Joe Biden didn't get any monetary benefit. Let's just say they're right about that. The way bribery works is you don't have to be the recipient of the funds. As a former federal prosecutor, I kind of know this. As long as you participate in the scheme to defraud and leverage someone with a bribery scandal and you are benefited, or your family or your friends or your business is benefited, you are guilty of bribery. This $250,000 mark alone is guilt for Joe Biden himself of bribery, let alone Hunter and his brother and their daughters and their sisters and everyone else in on the scheme. But this DOJ is never going to prosecute him. They've probably already leaked this information, which is why the Washington Post is now calling for Joe Biden to go quietly into the sunset so they can parachute in Gavin Newsom.
Let's play cut 104.
Oversight Chair James Comer has just released a bombshell piece of evidence that could be the nail in the coffin for Biden's career. A $250,000 wire transfer from China directly to Joe Biden's home address in Delaware while he was running for president. In August 2019, just months after Joe Biden announced his candidacy, the Chinese sent $250,000 electronically to Joe Biden's Wilmington, Delaware address. Hunter Biden received the money in his checking account, and his checking account listed his father's primary residence.
Primary residence there. I mean, not to mention all the text messages. I want half of your salary, 10% for the big guy. I mean, why are Republicans wasting time with this impeachment inquiry? Why don't we just go ahead with this? Kash, what am I missing here?
You're not missing anything, but the Republicans are politicizing the greatest amount of evidence we've ever seen showing Joe Biden's corruption, bribery, and fraud scandal. And why they're doing it is I think they're wed to the media. They're wed to this idea of somehow they're going to defeat the mainstream media and get glorified in conservative media circles for breaking through. But like you just laid out, this evidence is never going to be is rock solid when it comes to fraud cases, but it's never going to be acted on by Chris Wray and Merrick Garland, who've created the two-tier system of justice. And what Congress has is the inherent contempt of Congress powers. It was created for this scenario. When these individuals violate congressional subpoenas and they are the ones who are supposed to be policing our country, you go police them. But of course, Kevin McCarthy and company is not going to use the inherent powers of Congress to do anything. They're not going to refer it to a DOJ for anything. And I don't know, next week we'll be hearing from 17 other witnesses that we've never heard of. And maybe we'll get another email about a $500,000 payment, which we should have gotten 8 months ago if they just enforced the damn subpoenas.